Hey, Dr. Jon Finn here. Welcome to the Habit Mechanic podcast. Right now, you can get my new best-selling book, Train Your Brain for the AI Revolution, at tougherminds.co.uk. The digital book, audiobook, and physical book are all available at a special price that you won't find anywhere else.
Hello, Habit Mechanics. It's Dr. Jon Finn here. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Welcome to a shorter episode of the Habit Mechanic podcast. Remember, you can listen to live episodes of the Habit Mechanic podcast inside the Habit Mechanic University app, where you can ask us questions live and we will answer you during the live streamed podcast. Inside the app, you can also access your Habit Mechanic Toolkit. You can also watch our live masterclasses and join our live Change Challenge coaching sessions. You can download the app for free.
You made the excellent point that consider eating for your brain as well as your body, and brain health driven by diet. That's a critically important issue. As I said, again, not something I'd ever considered. And I know you do talk about this in the Habit Mechanic book in an accessible way. What do we know about the types of foods then we should be eating to optimize our brain health?
Yeah, so I like to think of it across three core areas. So the question is, what does our brain need in order to work well? The first thing that it needs is energy. So we know that our brain's number one operating rule is to conserve energy. We're designed for survival, but without energy, we're not going to be alive. So it's like if your car doesn't have any petrol in it, it can't go anywhere. So our brain needs energy, and its primary source of energy is glucose. Our brain uses a surprising amount of our glucose intake. I can't remember the exact figures. It might be 40 or 50% or even higher than that of glucose. So because it's working and whirling all the time, those trillion-ish cogs that are turning. So to cut to the chase, the best sort of fuel we can put into our bodies are complex carbohydrates, because they give a slow release of glucose into our brain. So I think we typically would think of things like whole wheat or brown bread, rice, pasta, but there are other sources that you can get complex carbs from as well, which you can see lists of those in chapter 19. So our brain needs energy. The second thing that it needs is building blocks, because our brain is changing all the time. So we're building new neurobiological connections. So as you're listening now, and as you know, maybe an idea that I repeated quite a few times, more intelligent self-watching, more intelligent planning, those two words will start to form in your brain as neurons, neurobiological connections. So everything we know and can do is stored in our brain somehow via neurobiological connections. Also, our brain is pruning itself all the time. So neurons are dying. So, for example, when you were at primary school or elementary school, the chances are that you knew everybody's name in your class. Do you still know everyone's name in your class? I'd be surprised if you did. That means that the neurons that you developed for remembering and learning those names have died away. They've been pruned because you don't use them anymore. But essentially, we need to make sure that we're putting foods into our body that our brain can use as building blocks. And the core food sources that our brain uses as building blocks are omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. So our brain is a fatty organ. And typically in a Western diet, the fatty acid group that we don't get enough of is omega-3 fatty acids. Again, if you look in chapter 19, you can see a list of the different food sources that you can get omega-3 fatty acids from, a surprising range of food sources. And then third, so we've got energy, we've got building blocks. Third, we need to give our brain nutrition to allow it to cleanse and clean itself out. And we get that through antioxidants. So through the course of a day, we've got lots of hormones and neurotransmitters that are building up in our brain when we get these overwhelming amounts of stress responses, which many people are having to process because of the way the world currently is. So we need to give our brain the best chance of clearing those things out. Good deep sleep is really important there, but also getting enough antioxidants into the system, and getting antioxidants into the system in a form that you can use. So certainly my understanding is that things like supplements are not very powerful because your body's not very good at absorbing them. So it's about taking things in as whole foods. So, instead of having, vitamin C is an antioxidant many of us are familiar with. Instead of having a vitamin C supplement, eat an orange or eat something that's got vitamin C in it, because that's giving your body a better chance of absorbing it and that being moved up into your brain. So they're the three things I would think about in order to eat for brain health. Are you putting the right energy into your body? Are you putting building blocks into your body so your brain can use them? And are you putting antioxidants into your body in a form that your brain can use them?
Thanks for listening to the Habit Mechanic podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe and tell someone else about one of the ideas or insights that you found most interesting.